Welcome back everyone to the BD1P random streak. Today is going to be normal characters win 81, going to be clean, easy, and in the books. Question of the day is going to require a little bit of a lead into it, so I'll give that out in a minute. But anyways, let's hit random here and see what we get. So anyways, question of the day. It's a bit personal. It's actually very, very personal to me at least, but every kid, seed by the way, is going to be 9R3GYL2P. Every kid in their life goes to the dentist, obviously. Like, literally everybody, unless, like, you know, either A, you can't afford it, which I'm sorry about that, or B, like, I mean, I can't afford it anymore, so I don't go anymore, if that's what you're wondering, but, or B, you just don't care about your teeth. But when you go to the dentist, like, when they would offer you a toothbrush, you know, like, oh, what color do you want? What color did you want? Like, which one would you take? Because I think there's a very wide, like, disconnect between those things. Like, people, I think the obvious answers are either going to be between blue and pink, right? Because those are the two most common colors for a toothbrush, in my research at least. I think, though, that there's a case to be made for the colors green and purple. It's weird, though. I was thinking, this is like what I went to bed last night thinking about, is that when it comes to, like, toothbrush colors, you really don't see red that often. In fact, you see blue, pink, even purple and green way more than you see red. And why is that? Is it like a gender-coded thing? Is it come down to, like, blue and pink being, you know, the boys/girl color, you know, back in the traditional time of people talking about, you know, gender roles? Or, like, where do green and purple come in? Is that like, what does that stand for? I don't understand. But I've always been wondering, like, when I was a kid, I would always take the blue one because I was, you know, like, I don't want to be a fucking girl. That was my stance when I was, like, 7 years old. I was like, I don't want to be a girl. I'm taking the pink one. Or that's just shit. Fuck. I fucked up. Oh, God. Taking the blue one, I mean. But if I had the option, I would have gone red. So why is there no red toothbrush, like, economy? Where did it all go? That's what I want to know is, like, did any of you guys take red toothbrushes as a kid? I personally couldn't, but when I was a kid, I was very, like, I was kind of like an anxiety-ridden kid. I wanted to be outgoing, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. For example, when I would go to the dentist, what would happen is I would go in there thinking to myself, I can handle this today. And then 5 seconds later, I'd be like, oh, this fucking sucks. Oh, God. And then I'd like, you know, I'd lie and say, oh, I can't breathe. You can't put that toothbrush in my mouth. I can't breathe. Beautiful, by the way. I can't breathe. Oh, no. And then when it would come to, like, swimming lessons, I would be like, you know, oh, I'm going to throw up. I don't want to be in the water right now. And they'd let me just kind of go. So even I took karate for literally 4 seconds when I was like 8. I went to take karate lessons. And I went in there, and I saw the kids, like, breaking, you know, these wooden, like, plywood, like, OSB things with their hands, and I was like, I'm scared as fuck. So I hid in a coat rack until my dad, you know, let me leave. So I literally did nothing as a kid. I dropped out of soccer. I got out of t-ball. Like, I never did anything because I was just so scared of everything as a kid. And the dentist was one of those things where, I mean, every kid hates a dentist. That's not, like, you know, a unique thing about me. Every kid hates dentistry. And, there's got to be a way to make it, like, more appealing, because I think every kid that I've met, like, their biggest fear is the fucking dentist or the doctor or some shit, because A, they hate shots and needles, or B, they just don't like having their mouth pried open for God knows how long. And the question for me then becomes, is it ethical to give kids, like, a knockout gas to keep them under the thing? Because I can imagine, like, obviously it sucks for the kids to do that, because kids are very, like, fragile creatures, but it's gotta suck to be a dentist when every kid fucking hates your guts, right? Like, you're in the pediatrician field so that you know, you can work with kids because you're good with kids, but every kid hates you because you're the fucking dentist. There's gotta be a more, like, a way to make kids not hate it and make dentist jobs easier, because it's not easy to keep a squirming and loud and crying kid, you know, under wraps. It's very, like, difficult to keep a kid like that and doing a very precise job that you know, affects their overall health to an insane degree. So where's the compromise? Is it okay to, like, you know, gas a kid to being, you know, unconscious? Or, like, obviously I think what you shouldn't do is restrain the kid with, like, a belt or some shit. Not a heroin addict. They need, like, to be able to move around, but is it, like, it's obviously they're not getting hurt, you know? They think they're getting hurt as a kid, but they're not. They're just, you know, oh my fucking God, hello, beautiful. They're just simply, you know, getting their teeth clean. And there are cases where it is hurting. Like, when I was a kid, I have really bad, like, teeth DNA or genetics, so whatever it's called. I have really bad teeth. I brush 2 to 3 times every single day, and I floss every night, and I wear a retainer every night. Despite that, I literally always have cavities. And the other thing is, I don't eat candy and I don't drink soda. I cut out literally like every single large like sugary thing from my life. I cut it out because I kept getting cavities. But it didn't stop it. I just have really naturally bad teeth. My sisters, on the other hand, both my sisters who literally would, for their first, like, you know, 12 years of their life, never brush their teeth, like, never floss, anything like that. Perfect dentistry scores, you know, like, there was no issue with it. Mine were always so fucked up for no reason, and I was brushing right. I had, like, because I had braces for a while, I had, like, an electric toothbrush, one of those, like, really fancy, high-end ones that makes, like, you know, your teeth like, extra clean, and I had fluoride rinse and all that shit. It just doesn't work out for me, and I don't understand why. When I became like, you know, 18 or 17, whatever age it was, and I was like, okay, I haven't gone to the dentist in like a year because of COVID, and I've been brushing every day, and I've been very good about my eating. I better not have any cavities, and wouldn't you know it, I had 2 cavities. I didn't understand it at first. It got to the point where the dentist, like, they thought I was literally lying about, we'll take Bob's Rotten Head. It's great bomb usage. They thought I was lying about my habits because of how bad my teeth were overall. They talked to my dad when I was a kid saying, your son is like the best liar I've ever seen in my entire life. This dude is the best liar ever. And it's like, because I wasn't lying, you bitch dentist. Sorry. But it just was so frustrating as a kid to have to go in every single, like, you know, half a year and get a drill in my teeth. I guarantee you, because of how many cavities, there was one time I went in there and I had 7 fucking cavities. 7. And I guarantee you at this point, like, oh, you're fucked, kid. You're fucked. Sci-Fi, go. That my teeth are more like filling than they are actual bone or calcium, whatever the teeth are made out of nowadays. Whatever the kids these days talking about. Do we have another health up pill in here? Whatever. Range is great. Yeah, that's a health down pill. We're not going to go devil because we have no way to, like, really completely keep ourselves alive there. What I do want to do is buy stuff from our shops, but we don't really have... I would like to buy... These are both great items, but I can't afford either of them realistically right now. So we will just move on. Yeah, they thought I was lying because of how bad my teeth actually were as a kid. And it made me feel like shit when I was younger. And honestly, I will say, for being such an anxious and nervous kid, I do in part blame dentistry. as defensive as that sounds, like, I literally, like, got so scared of going there because my teeth were so bad and it wasn't my fault that I didn't want to do anything in my life ever again. I was like, this fucking sucks. I hate it. Like, everyone leave me alone. Like, my teeth fucking suck. My life's shit. I'm gonna go, you know, drink myself to death. I'm like fucking 4 years old. So it was rough. Also, amazing item again. 4 Keeper's Sack as well to make ourselves, because here's the thing. Keeper's Sack gives you more stats than money equals power does for damage when you buy stuff. So we get the money to give us damage. We spend the money to get even more damage, and the cycle continues on and on. You could, I guess, technically... Well, it's not infinite damage, but you know what I mean. If you cycle through that a lot, you could get a lot of fucking damage there. But yeah, I don't know. It was a very, like, really rough time as a kid growing up with bad teeth. I think, honestly, if I had better teeth as a kid... my life would have been so much easier. And that sounds like I'm being funny, but I'm not. I'm seriously, I mean that legitimately. I wanted to get this and the secret room, but I guess neither one. I guess there's no secret room here overall. But the other thing was, too, is I can't imagine how much money that cost my parents. Because we were not, like, a wealthy family. So, like, we didn't have dental insurance when I was a kid. So I don't know how much money they had to actually pay, you know, for me to get all those, like, you know, oh, come on. You are such a faker. Ooh. 3D One Piece favorite shop item. Hello, beautiful. Hello, sexy. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Get out of here. I need money, game. I need a loan. Give me a loan right now. Yeah, I feel bad for my parents. I feel bad for myself as a kid. I feel bad for myself right now because, you know, if there would have been a way to make me, like, less scared of dentistry, I think I would have turned out much differently. And again... it sounds like I'm fucking trolling you guys, but I legitimately mean that. I think that if I didn't have all my teeth problems making me so insecure about, like... Hey, there's a little bit of money for us right there. So insecure about my teeth and my teeth's well-being that I probably would have been a more confident person and wouldn't be playing Isaac for a job. But, hey, I like where I am now. I'm not going to complain too much. I enjoy where I am right now. So that's that, I guess. So we can bomb our machine again with our Bob's Rotten Head after this boss fight. And if we're still short on cash, we can mirror it up and then get our charges back and do it all over again. We might want to go fight Mother this run. We do have a great build for it. That being a one item, aka Sci-Fly, is kind of like the Mother killer. So, or the motherfucker as well. We literally probably, ooh, hey buddy. Hey Jew, don't you fall down. Probably could beat Mother with just one item, and that is just going to end up being Sci-Fly. So, ooh, hey, you're a little zesty today, aren't you, Colostomia? Colostomia? There you go. Down there. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know below if you are still watching. If you were like a fearful kid of the dentist, or how bad your teeth were. If you don't mind saying that, obviously. That's kind of the personal part of it, is A, your favorite toothbrush color, and B, how bad your teeth were as an adolescent. I guess mine are still kind of bad. I don't want to admit it, but like I can't afford the dentist anymore. They're all so fucking good. Well, one of them is obviously better than the others, and we'll take that one, but like I can't go because I can't afford it anymore. And I would like to go just to make sure that I'm still healthy, my teeth aren't falling out. But after talking with my dad and both my aunts, we discovered that we all have the bad teeth. And I share most of my genes with my dad's side of the family, with my mom's, which I guess my teeth genes, which would make sense because they have shitty teeth, and now I have shitty teeth. What are the fucking odds, right? We need to find our secret room pronto. So I want to open it up, pop that down in there. Again, we could save it, and I might honestly end up saving that for a room that has a restock machine in it when it comes down to secret rooms. But I'd also... Our mirror and our fires are all to the right. I also kind of want to keep Bob's Rotten Head. It's really good for utility. In fact, it allows us to find even more secret rooms because it's a reusable bomb. But we'll be fine, I think, just going into here. It'd be nice to make this run a little bit crazy, though. No, what are you doing? Think about what your actions first. Think, Jesse, think. Yeah, it's a very interesting thing to think about is how much I think dentistry, and like the fear of dentistry and other doctor-related things as a kid influences you. Because everyone's fear of needles stems from, as a kid, having either an accident with needles or, like, just it being painful. If you were to get a shot as an adult for the first time ever, I guarantee you would not be scared of the needles. Now, they are a little bit scary, I'll admit. Needles are not the most pleasant thing in the world, but, you know, overall, like, it's not the worst thing. Like, I don't want to sound like an asshole when I'm saying this, but, like, at the end of the day, we should, what am I trying to do here? Let's go back to our regular dimension for a minute here. At the end of the day, it is just a small knife that is just poking you and then unpoking you. It's not the worst thing. I'm thinking also that our secret room might actually be next to our shop. Wouldn't you know it? Ah. Maybe we do save Mystery Gift. You know what? What's in here? We're going to save Mystery Gift. Because we have a lot of, you know, reason to be shopping on this run. Because BD1P just be shopping all the time. And we have a high chance of either encountering a reverse judgment card, or a restock to find us a reverse judgment card, or at the end of all things, finding a restock machine in our secret room. So I think that the mystery sack to Arc, or mystery gift to Archy play for our third Archy run this month would be the ideal situation for us. So let's give it a try. Grab my bombs there. We're gonna go fight our boss again though, because I want to take it slow on this run. I want to make sure if we're going to Mother, I want to be powerful for it, and I want to make sure that we're not gonna just go down there and rely solely on Sci-Fly. I want to make sure that we're actually, you know, surviving and we're thriving more than anything else. But, I mean, also as a kid, I never really, I never had a fear of doctors. It was more just the dentist. I have this disease. It's not a disease. I guess it is a disease, but it's a skin disease called erythema. And what it does is my skin is extremely stretchy. As you can probably see just by going like this. I'm like the elastic man, dude. Like, it goes... I have very flexible skin, and I don't know what causes it, but you can tell if you have it by a certain chemical when they put it in your eye. So I had to go to an optometrist. And they're going to put this chemical in my eye, and if my eye's dilated, I probably had the disease. I don't know what the fuck kind of science that is, but it checks out, I guess. So I went to the doctor, and I was there, and they put it in my eye, and all of a sudden, I started feeling, what kind of bullshit was that? Excuse me? I couldn't hit you for, like, literally 2 phases of your attack. I just get bombed to shit, and I'm dead. All right, cool. That's awesome, dude. You're a very cool boss design, honestly. Yeah, so I went in there, they put the drops in my eye, and I started to feel a little bit woozy. I was like, oh, okay, I don't feel good. And then my head started to pound, and I was like, this is not okay. And I had to get off the chair and lie on the ground for half an hour because I whited out. And I hear them talking to doctors, and they're like, yeah, we should have assumed he's going to be, you know, allergic to it. Because his sister was, too. And I was like, fucking what? You're going to give me an eye drop that you know runs an allergy in my family with no precaution? What if that shit just killed me, dog? What if I died because of that? That's just... You have my life in your hands and you're doing that shit. I was like, what? But it turns out, yeah, I did end up having aerostamos, and I don't know what it actually does for me, like, as a negative or a positive. It's just kind of there. Like, if I go like this on my wrist, like, I guess it's not a really good place to show it. I have, like, really, really elastic and stretchy skin, and it gives me a bunch of stretch marks. I'm a skinny fucking dude. Like, I weigh 140 pounds, and I'm, like, extremely lean, so all I do is run with my... Where am I going? All I do is run with my time. So, I'm very skinny, but I have stretch marks, which are not, like, a bad thing, obviously. They aren't a terrible thing. It's just a matter of, well, we need to take mystery gift, so why don't you just use your bomb here, huh? And you just walk in. Beautiful. So, for me to have stretch marks on my back was the first flag of, like, I wonder if this kid has this thing, and it turned out I did, and I think it might just make my skin, like, really stretchy. I don't know if it affects me in any other way. If there's any, like, medical experts, I kind of doubt in my comment section, but if any of you are medical experts, let me know down below if you know about this disease and what it does. I should research it more because it genuinely interests me. I want to know what's wrong with me as a person on an individual level. I'm guessing it's nothing. I'm guessing it's literally nothing. If it was anything, I would have known by now. Unless my life just sucks, I didn't realize it. Like, 'cause there are people who, like, live their entire life, you know, being blind or deaf, and then don't realize that, like, being blind or deaf is not normal until, like, you know, 6 years into their life, which I think is a really interesting concept of, like, the human mind. Is, like, how you can... Everyone thinks that who they are and their experience is worldwide, which... Well, that does sound kind of... you know, we can actually use this pretty well on this floor. Hold on. We can make good use of this. Like, you just pop it in every room you go into. Oh, that was so dumb. Sci-Fi, where you at, dog? You're kind of my carry on this run right now. Like, it's a very interesting, you know, thing about our psyche is that... Ooh, nice as well. We live our whole lives thinking that what we have and what we do is a universal thing for everybody. When in actuality, usually, the things that you have and the things that you do are very personal and specific. Like, for example, when I was a kid, I thought that everybody lived next, like, near a lake, and everyone had, like, really rich neighbors, right? That was kind of my thought process, and, like, everyone, so, like, when you're a kid, obviously, I think it's, Sigmund Freud's, like, stages of, ego when it comes to growing up, like, your ego, your, wow, bitch, your super ego, and things like that. It's a psychiatric term, but I think that was really prevalent. It's very prevalent, as studies have shown, in, you know, younger kids, because all they experience is what they're born with, what they're around the most, which is their family, their parents, and the neighborhood, and all that kind of stuff. So, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So, like, when we go to, like, our adult lives, and we live in, like, a city. Let's say my name is, like, you know, Josh, and I live in a big city, and I work a 9 to 5 at an office job. You don't normally, like, when you think of somebody else's life, you don't immediately think of their life as, like, they go, you know, of what it is. You don't go, like, oh, this person, like, Ricky is a guitarist. When someone says, oh, you met my friend Ricky, and you have him, your first thought is Ricky is somebody who works a 9 to 5 job, the same hours as you, and lives in a very similar situation. Because all we have to relate to when it comes to our life is ourselves. So when I'm like, if I'm like, you know, oh, I have this disease that doesn't affect me at all, It definitely could be, and I wouldn't know because I don't know what it's like to not have the disease. You know what I'm trying to say there? Yara. Okay. I'm going to take Yara with me. That's obviously like an obvious thing to say, but there's an actual reason for it. There's a very good reason for it. For example, if we end up finding a reverse judgment card, or like our regular shop, if we can, Yara a reverse judgment card, we then get 2 machines to find our key. Or if we don't find a machine or a judgment card, what we can just do is use it on the chest, and it's the same kind of result there. Are you right here? There you go. Restock machine? Oh, it's Curse of Blind. Anyways, it wouldn't matter on this floor. I just find that kind of like psychological look at things very interesting. The fact that we are related like only to ourselves, really. And it's funny too because the human mind is almost incapable of being able to think of anybody else's life as a personal experience because, well, it's not your life. We are as a species, as creatures, very egocentric, and we can't help that because that's just how our brains are hardwired. And it's a really, really cool thing to think about when it comes. Wow, 2 bomb gagger rooms in a row? What the hell? These guys are so fucking rare too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you, Sci-Fi, for carrying me on this run so far. We would be probably like at 1 heart if it wasn't for fucking Sci-Fi right now. I don't know. I just like the idea of everyone kind of being like egocentric, and everyone that if you can learn somehow to think like outside of that mindset, you will have such an easier life than anybody else. I feel like if you can somehow learn to live outside of that bubble of this life is my life and it applies to everybody else, you will go so far. It's a hard habit to break. I've kind of broke. I mean, it's different for me, right? Because my job is not a standard job. In fact, it's barely even a job. I play video games. So when someone mentions what it's like having a 9-to-5, what I think of is my previous job, which still falls in line with the super ego theory by Sigmund Freud. It's the same shit where I think of somebody else's life in relation to my own, because that's all that I know. A Yara portable slot would not be the worst thing in the world, actually. But at the end of the day, it really does not do too much for us. So I'm going to buy a key for a little bit of stat here. C positive stat, 666, and we'll move on. We got to get knife piece 2 for mother next floor. We'll do that. We'll remember to do that, hopefully. If we forget, oh well, my fault. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Sci-Fi, for existing. Holy shit. No, come back. Where are you? There you go, buddy. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we're like dancing, right? It's a dance routine in this fight. Yeah, I don't know. I think that the first step of breaking that habit of thinking of everybody else's life in context of your own is to always think of somebody else's life as your own, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, if I start thinking of my life as, let's say for reference, oh, there you are, Joe Biden's life, then whenever somebody tells me they have a job, I'm going to think, oh, you're the president of the United States, which, while still wrong, is technically breaking that psychological mold of, where are you? There you are. What the you were hiding the whole entire time, dude. There we go. The worst wave is over. It is still breaking that mode, technically. That thought process of every life is my own. It's thinking of everybody else's life as the president. But it's not accurate, so there's really no harm in doing that. In fact, it's more accurate to relate everybody's life to my own instead of the president, because there is only one fucking president of the USA. As far as I know, I'm not an expert, I guess. Hey, flight and HP, not bad. You know what? You know what, buddy? I'll give you the bombing treatment here. It's always the red guy first. Can I get like a non-red angel first for once? I feel like I always fight this asshole. Like immediately. Or can I get some bomb, like some blue hearts out of these fires, please? 7 just 1. Come here. Ah, you motherfucker. You juked me out that time. I deserve that, I guess. I deserve that. Well, I don't know. I mean, if I'm not, I know I'm not like, 100% wrong on that, because I took like 3 psych classes, 2 in college and 1 in high school, and that being like a college level psych class. So I know there's some validity to what I'm saying, but if I am wrong about anything, correct me down below, because I don't want to look like I'm an asshole. I don't want to be like, whatever I say is law. I want to make sure that I'm providing, obviously. I'm not making anyone's life harder by giving them misinformation, but... Yeah, whenever somebody's like, I have a 9 to 5, my first, like, my brain first goes to, like, oh, they must work, like, a either office or laboring job, because I did both of that at my factory. I was an office worker and a laborer. So, like, I was like, oh, I have two things to compare it to. One of those must be right. When in actuality, people that I've met, like, every job is actually, like, much more different than I would think. Hell yeah, dude. Immediately so fucking good. Okay. You're dead. Get back here. You're gone. Bye-bye, bitch. Like, when I worked at my factory job, I first started there as it was going to be like a 2-month thing, and I was out of there. I was subbing in for my friend who had tennis season and couldn't work there. He needed someone to cover his shifts while he was gone, and I was like, yeah, you know, I can manage that. And they ended up liking me a lot, so they kept me, which was a very pleasant thing because I liked the job a lot. And I started off being an office assistant and an inventory manager. And then when that summer hit, it had to be that summer, yeah. Like halfway through that summer, maybe like late August or mid-August, sorry. They fired a bunch of their actual laborers for being like really fucking lazy apparently, and they decided the best fit would be two, you know, high school two high school seniors who are just like, you know, just learning how to do half the shit there, to throw us back there with literally a quarter of the staff and work. And while it was difficult, I had a really fucking good time there. And I've said it before on this streak, but like, YouTube, you know, it does well enough for me. But if I could go back to that job, I let them not great terms. I did leave without telling them I was leaving because they were being kind of like dicks for a while, and I was a little fed up with it. But I did end up missing it after a while. But if I could go back to that job, in the same way that I was already there, and continue moving up the ladder there, I definitely would. I think I would. Now I can't for a couple of reasons. Number one, I moved like 1,000 miles away from that place, which is the reason number one. Number two is I quit because the management there was some of the worst I'd ever seen in my entire life. It was actually that bad. We had this huge job we were doing for a place called Saracen. We were coloring these blue metal sheets for their paneling on their walls, and the sheets were 160 pounds each, and they were 48 inches by 120 inches. So these huge-ass rectangles. We had to put them on a rack, screw them in, put them through a coloring line, take them off, and dry off both sides. It was a lot of labor, and fuck off with this stuff, man. And it hurt. A lot of us got hurt doing it, and so we did literally half the job. And then they came back, and so we needed to relabel all of our sheets because they had the labeling wrong. Which I was like, oh my fucking god. Like, I'm like, oh my god, please don't make us do that because those are very heavy sheets. But no, they were like, you're going to do that. And there was more things that happened. I don't have quite the perfect memory of it because it was a while ago. But essentially, we had to sort through 280 sheets, pallet to pallet, relabeling all of them and getting a head count. So then the issue became, we didn't have the right count of sheets. Our numbers were off somewhere. So we went back onto our labeling stickers that the front office printed for us and found out their sticker numbers were off. And they tried blaming us for it. So I made a very, like, you know, I wouldn't say angry, but a very strongly worded message to our boss and our you know, office. We were a small business, so everyone knew each other. And our office workers, and I basically said, like, we're not taking your guys' shit anymore for this because we did not fuck up this job, and we were working literally 60-hour work weeks to do their overtime for them. And I basically said, like, we're going to have a meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. where everyone's going to come back and we're going to fix this shit because we're not doing it alone. We've done it alone for the past, like, you know, 3 months. And they came back and they did the same shit where it's like, oh, you know, we'll fix our ways and we'll all work together again. And then, of course, that never happened because it just fell through and they were busy or whatever the fuck they were saying. So it never happened, and eventually I got so fed up with it that I just didn't come back. Actually, pettily enough, I stayed until the end of Christmas. So I got my Christmas break and my Christmas dinner and my Christmas like white elephant gift thing, and then I never came back. I got my check early from them because I didn't want to have to wait for it. No. Let's go. Killed, baby. I waited early, and then I got my check for it. I asked my boss for my check early because I had to pay a phone bill. He gave it to me, and I texted my general manager, who I actually respected a lot, and I basically said, hey man, like I gotta move on to greener pastures. This place is not doing it for me anymore. You've been great, and the other GM has been great, but the big boss in the front office have just really not been feeling the best for me, and I gotta move on. And he was like, I totally get it. If I was you going into college at this job, I've been out of here a year ago, man. And I was like, all right, cool. And I never looked back. And ever since then, man, I've been, you know, I wouldn't say I probably have been a little bit happier, but it's been a little bit financially tougher. But I think that you have to sacrifice at some point in your life your financial security for overall well-being. Because what's the point of having money if you're not happy? I'd rather be money. I'd rather be money and have happy. That's the phrase, you fucking idiot. I'd rather be happy, and have just enough money than be like, you know, marginally okay and have plenty of money. You know, there's a security. I get money gives you security. I understand that. But there's more to life than just having financial security. There definitely is. And I think once you as a, you know, 18 to 19-year-old realize that there is more to life than working, and there is more to life than, you know, future schooling, you will then be a probably happier person. I wouldn't say happier. I don't want to promise anybody anything wrong, but you probably will be a more satisfied and content person. Seems about right. But I mean, everyone's different, right? For me, like, well, money was important to me for a while. I wanted to save up a lot of money so I could have, you know, nicer things, and I could afford to, you know, take some heavy hits to my account. But I'm doing fine now. I'm doing more than breaking even, which is perfect, you know, and I'm a lot happier this way. Anyone who isn't happier playing video games for a living than lifting up like 160-pound sheets is a fucking liar, dude. Straight up a liar. Just to put it simply. Yeah, I'd rather be money is the moral of that story. I'd rather definitely be money. Oh, the Gunga XL, huh? Everyone's favorite floor. Fuck the Gunga, man. I can't get over how bad this floor is to me. Like, I always, like, get through it just fine. Oh, you spawn Black Goat. What do you do for me? Anything big? I mean, yeah. I'll take this over the Sigil. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's still really fucking good. That's like a +1 damage, and plus like look at that range stat, dude. Look at that range. Holy shit, Batman. My God. That's insane. Well, I also want to talk about recently that I went to, did I already say that? I told the airplane spoon anecdote. I had another one I wanted to talk about, though. Oh, yeah, it was about teeth brushing, ironically enough, like the other topic. But this one's about something different. So we have pills in our you know, world that can, like, cure these insane stomach aches and you know, migraines and head pains. But we have not made a pill that you just chomp on and it cleans your entire mouth. Like, I know it's unrealistic, but like, think about it this way. We have access to chemicals and medicine that literally can cure the world's worst headaches imaginable. We can't figure out a way to make a pill that you bite on and it brushes your teeth for you. And obviously, oh, you bitch. Brushing your teeth is not like the hardest thing in the world. Actually, you know, it takes no time at all. And usually, you know, it makes you feel better as, you know, or healthier, I guess. But it does take time. And when you're, like, going to bed at night or you're just waking up and you're pretty tired, the last thing you want to do is stand up, go to a brightly lit bathroom, and brush your teeth for 2 minutes. Why don't we have access to a pill that you just either swallow or, you know, swish around your mouth with water, like almost like mouthwash, but it just does what teeth brushing does. And I get, you gotta put pressure on your teeth to get them to brush properly and shit like that. So it is kind of unrealistic, but I find it hard to believe that we have a, oh God, oh fuck. We have a pill that, you know, can cure migraines but not brush teeth. It's just a strange little, you know, I guess, earthly question. But I understand why in the end. I mean, there's a certain, like, you wouldn't have a pill for cleaning, scrubbing off your fucking counter. Like, you have to put pressure on that shit, and the pressure is what makes it clean. So, I do get that, but it does seem, when you word it like the way I'm wording it, it does seem pretty outrageous that we have a pill that can, you know, cure migraines but not brush teeth. Well, when you look into it, I guess it makes sense. But still, there's got to be some kind of, like, technology that does that out there for you, you know? Ooh, weird. The secret room can't be here or here. What a strange-looking floor we find ourselves on right now. Also, Mother should be a guaranteed win. Our stats are not the greatest right now. Like, 9 damage charged up is fine. I guess 9 damage average is fine. But, we do need some more, like, tier effects and shit to make this run actually work. Sci-Fly, though, BFF Sci-Fly is allowing us never to lose. I will say that much. But Keeper's Sack Cracked Crown actually is a really nice synergy for us. It's going to make every item we buy have 20% more of a benefit to it. Which, hey, man, like, that is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Anything? Oh. I mean, yeah, that's, like, literally a damage up and a 0.2 tears up. And we'll do this. We'll do this. I could have Yara'd that. I understand that. But, you know, greener pastures, right? We're going to save it for a different time. If we don't use it at all in the run, we can use it on, like, the final floor for an extra soul heart or an extra, like, chest. Anything like that. Yara is, like, it's a very good rune. But at the end of the day, like, you know, you can live without it. It does add quite a lot to your run, but you could definitely live without it. No one's forcing you to play with Yara. If they were, you might want to rethink your position as their, like, sheep. There's no reason to have Yara outside of just doubling your chest on the last floor, getting some extra HP at the end of a run. Or middle of a run if you need it that badly. I mean, I've used Yara to give myself more HP, like, at the, you know, on one of these floors especially. I remember using Yara a couple of weeks ago to save a run that I had in Gahana, the Gunga, because it was just not doing well. And I'm losing a lot of HP right now, too, which scares me a lot, because next floor is... What the fuck? Excuse me? That was kind of BS, I won't lie. That did not feel right to me. Are we going to ditch the Mother Path this run? For saving our streak? Are we going to ditch the Mother Path? I don't know. Admittedly, I don't want to die. But the game isn't giving me much of a choice right now. Couple of dumb hates and we're in a very scary place. I mean, we'll get an extra heart next floor if we keep our Eternal Heart alive. I already have a charge shot. No, thank you. That's really good. Thank you. And you are... Well, it gives us stats to make our next item room pretty worth it. God damn it, dude. I wouldn't mind Conjoined, I guess. I think we're only one away now. Might as well buy this for the stats. We do have golden bombs. Why not, right? Pick up the money. I mean, more money equals more damage. So I think if we go to the corpse, we should be fine to get more money and keep getting stacked up. It just still, it kind of scares me, man. On a personal level, it does kind of scare me. Because we're now 80 wins in. And I'm getting to a point in my streaks now where I'm realizing, oh shit, we have a very, very good, like, record going on right now. I don't want to squander this at all. I have been playing a little bit less risky, I guess. Like, the tiniest bit less risky. 2... Hey, HP, perfect. HP up. All right, luck down. That's inconsequential as long as we're staying alive. I think Mother is doable. I think we can do Mother. I'll say it. We should have, in hindsight, Yara'd both of those soul hearts and the experimental pill. But that's hindsight. Right now is current sight. Not even foresight, just regular ass. Right now is just sight. It's just regular ass sight. Hinted rock, small rock though would be nice. Okay, it was not small rock, but hey, I can live with that. There should be a secret room right here. We are also carrying around an active item that's going to give us a passive item in the future. So we do have a lot going for us. It's just a matter of... I'm still a little scared. That's nice. We can use that in this room, I guess. Well, that is very buggy. It hurts my eyes, kind of. Like, a lot, actually. That was a very intrusive effect. Ugh. I hated that a lot. I really hated that. What you got for me, kid? Full card. No, thank you. Where is our secret room? Is it down here to our left? It could be right here, I guess, right? Yeah. Restock machine? Nah. Card, though. Regular judgment card. We'll bomb him here. We get extra deal chance as well as gaining ourselves some money. Ooh, a lot of money from that guy, too. We can bomb these for extra hearts as well. I'm going to play a little bit safe right now because although I think we have this in the bag for Mother, you got to get in there. Oh, boy. You put a bomb on the rock and push it in, it works just fine. It is more consistent of a setup. Put the bombs on top of your blocks and then push them in, you're fine. No soul hearts anyways, though. Well, you can move on. I am going to pop Mystery Gift in our last floor secret room, or our next floor if it has a restock machine in it. I want to make it at least give us something, you know? And we already saw Cursed Eye. So everything else we can see, whether it be like Transcendence, will be a benefit. So I feel good. I think we have a lot in the works for us here. There is a... That scared me to half to death right there. Now, there is still a way we can lose this run. But right now, I think we're doing all right. Let's go in. My favorite boss in the game. Look at that ship. Oh, yeah, it's also BFF Holy Water, which is fucking nuts, because it's very, very good. Back it up, back it up. Knife, knife, knife. There we go. Oh, look how much damage that fucking fire does. It's crazy, dude. Oh, you touched me last minute there. Get out of here. Full HP. Full HP. All right. It is now the mother fight. Or the mausoleum mom fight. Well, let's do it. Is tap shooting faster? I don't know. I don't remember if tap shooting or doing full charges is faster. It might be... Oh, you bitch. You're actually a bitch. It might just be even, actually. If I had to charge up, then go ahead and... Like, if you try to charge up before a room, obviously that's better, but I don't know if you're doing, like, consistent damage is better. All right, you should be dead. Beautiful. Negative is more damage, but Polaroid is really good as Soul Heart characters. And walk in. Yeah, neither of you are worth anything to me, so walk out. And I guess you knife this up and you go on in. Okay, you are number one. Ooh, help me. Okay, in the fire, please. Thank you. This does insane amounts of damage for us. So good. And Mulligan as well, helping out with our fly production here. Actually, we're one away from having Beelzebub, aren't we? Which is even more flies for us. That wouldn't be bad at all to get Beelzebub somehow on this run. But we do have one more boss item here. And then a floor app. So we have 2 more floors to do. There is a chance we can get a fly item here, I think, for sure. Also, Holy Water just fucks everything. It's so good, man. I don't know if they buffed an item as much as they buffed like Aquarius and Holy Water. The blue creep being as good as it is now is astounding. Ah, get out of here. Like, Holy Water used to be the biggest joke of this community because A, blue creep did like 0 damage, and C, it wasn't an active creep. I guess B that time. It wasn't an active creep, so you had to activate it by hitting an enemy, and every flying enemy dodged it. Now it's got BFF, which makes it hit every enemy you want it to. This seems dumb, but hear me out. Just fucking open it, dude. You have the Polaroid, you're fine. I don't know why I was so worried there. I'm like, I gotta bump into the door so I can open it up, grab the shit, then get out. But I have Polaroid, I'll be A-okay. Just doing that. And I am a bit less nervous now because the floor is not that bad. And also, we do have Sci-Fly. To be honest with you, we have BFF Sci-Fly. We should be entirely fine. Don't forget your rune, though. That is the most important thing on this run. Not really, but it could give us more HP. If we don't see anything this floor that gives us like a use for our Yara, I will double the first soul hearts we see. Make sure it gives us some kind of use at all. We have enough bombs to handle Mother and her charging phase. Oh, you guys are... Yeah, Twitchy's right. You guys suck. Yara this maybe? Nah, not worth it at all. Don't Yara that shit. The vault room, though, that could be Yara-able. Very Yara-able, actually. Hey, you know what, man? Give me 4 ghosts in here. Goodbye. Bye-bye. That was an okay play. It wasn't my best, wasn't my worst. And look at that. We got 2 soul hearts out of it. And more bombs and keys. You know what? I respect my own play there. Now watch us now find a reverse judgment card like 2 rooms later. Right here. Secret room? Right here. Secret room? There we go. Again, there is no restock machine in there, so we'll move on. Okay, we have 1 more chance to get an R key on the run, and if that doesn't pan out, oh well. We already got 2 this week. I shouldn't complain too much. Getting 2 R keys in a week is very, very, very good odds. Don't kid yourself that way. Yeah, now we're gonna just go through our floors here. We should be fine. Who do I not want to fight on this floor? Chimera. I think out of all the bosses I want to fight on this floor, I think Rotgut is the one that I really do want to fight. I always forget the other guy's name. I always call him Sir Viper, like the Pokemon, because it just sounds right to me. But I don't like that guy. His tier patterns are way too wacky for me. They're way too they're non-vanilla. They fuck me up more than they should. Yeah. Also, this will be going out on Monday, I believe, tomorrow. Really good. And if you're watching this, I'll be doing a bit of a later stream this week, or this Monday, because it is my friend Emrose's 1 year on Twitch, and we decided to play some Mario Party on our marathon stream. So I'll be playing some Mario Party with probably her and Keelvin and somebody else. If you want to stop on by and say hello, it would be much appreciated there. We do, I'll say, I don't want to suck my own dick too much here, but like, Mario Party 6 is my shit. If you guys like ask Aldog or Merm or TG, like, I did get like 9,000 in Snow World, which is not a hard mini game, but it's hard to get 9,000 in it. You have to be a fucking you have to be really good at your placement. Nice shit. So much damage there. Okay, this is a pattern that I hate. I don't know what to do here all the time, and Sci-Fly is not making this any easier for me. It looks like. Hey, Angel Deal. You're fucking kidding me, right? You're actually joking? Bible back to back, huh? This is the game we're playing now? Fuck it. Hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, it's Seraphim. Is that Bookworm? Not Bookworm. Oh, that's fucking disappointing. So my thought process there was that's our last angel room, and we're probably not going to get Archie next floor. So I'm just going to pop it there and see what happens. And it gave us fucking Eucharist, which means we're not going to get an angel deal anymore on the rest of this run. There is a 0% chance we get one now. We could find a red chest that brings us to one. In which case, yes, Eucharist was the right choice. But that's not guaranteed. And again, hindsight being 2020, I would much rather still have my mystery gift than have used it for Eucharist in the angel room. You know what, though? I think that when I make a play like that, when I back out of a long-term play and make a short-term gain, it's not really a short-term play. It's more of just like I'm kind of like, you know, saving my bets. I'm hedging my bets there, right? I'm like, okay, I could get a potentially useless secret room item, or I could pull from the game's most overpowered pool, the angel room, and potentially get... Of course, you know? Now we get that after already using our everything. Makes perfect fucking sense. Thank you, Isaac, for being the way that you are. Oh, dude. That burns. That really hurts. So, if you don't know, Soul of Isaac re-rolls a pedestal and gives you a choice between like the first pedestal you put down and a random second item. Meaning that if we would have brought Mystery Gift down here, we would have gotten you know, a choice between 2 secret room items as opposed to 1 angel room item, which I'd rather have. If a pair throw rune drops, I'm gonna lose my shit. If a pair throw rune drops, I'm losing my mind. I'm 100% losing my mind. I will quit YouTube forever if a pair throw rune drops literally right now. It will not happen. The game will not do that to me. It respects me too much. Ah, Bloodfly, you're dead though. Nope, no Bloodflies for you. Okay, there's our boss fight. There's our boss fight. We're not going to go in yet. I want to find a pedestal to re-roll the Bible on. Watch us still somehow get a fucking Archie on this run. That would be amazing. I don't want to get you guys' hopes up too high, but it could still happen. Okay, there was no pedestal in here, so I feel fine. We could have again put Mystery Gift in there, but tomato, tomato, I feel okay. I feel generally okay about that. So what we'll do here is just kill things, look for a pedestal for our Bible to go on, or to reroll another different pedestal to a better item, and we'll go fight our boss. Amazing tears ups. Okay. What am I thinking right now? Are we winning this run? In its current state, yes. If we lose no more HP than we already have right now, because of Sci-Fly, we might get a good card here maybe. I think we got this. I think we have this in the bag. Can you drop me poison bombs for a pedestal, please? You can do that, right? Maybe not. Maybe not. How good of a stat bonus are you? You're a damage down, but you're a stat up for everything else. Yes, you're going to go with this for sure. That's better for you. Interesting. I didn't think it would be better for us, but I guess it is. I guess it is. Cracked Crown really is not all that it seemed to be. Cracked Crown really only works if your run is already strong. Because if your stats are already really high, that 20% adds to it. This is just, I think, a static addition. Or if not a static addition, a less scaling one. If I can find a sacrifice room on this floor, though, to get to, like, the dark room, maybe, I could make that work for me and get some kind of, you know, future Soul of Isaac benefit, but the floor seems pretty much cleared. I don't see a sacrifice room being in our cards right now. First room, though. Might want to go back for the Soul of Isaac if we're going to go in there, huh? Your sprite is so fucking bugged, dog. Get out of there. Oh, wait. Soul of Isaac playing here? Or a Mr. Boom for our boss and, not the Bible? Damn, no. No thank you there. Okay. Crawl space, kind of your last hope for anything useful. But I think you're going to be fine. Why don't you go look for your super secret room? And then why don't you take your Soul of Isaac into your curse room, which could be an item or a black heart in there, or it could be spiders and money. That's the layout for the closet rooms. We'll dance around for this for a minute here. Again, every benefit does matter. I am splitting hairs right here, but if it pays out in a really high dividend, we're going to be in a much better place. So, in interest of being safe, this is the right play. And we have plenty of bombs to spare. Don't kid yourself. We got plenty of bombs to spare. It's probably off of this room down here to our right. Would be my expert guess right here. No. Is it down to our left over here? I guess it's not out of the question, huh? That would not have found it. Go a little closer. Let's go down to our... Oh, no, you want to make sure you use your Soul of Isaac in the right place. I guess it's got to be right of one of these rooms, then. It could be here, even. Nope. It could be here, even. It's the last place. Yeah, it had to be there. Okay. Battery bum. Fuck you. Fuck you. Sincerely. No money out of you? Oh, my God. You are such a hack. You are literally a hack. I was like, I'll bomb him for damage. The thing is, I wanted to play him for maybe like an item I could have rerolled, but my damage equals my money right now. So losing... Oh, hey. Oh, you fucking ass. Okay. It's time for the fight, I guess. You really can't do much outside of hold on to Soul of Isaac. Can you grab a better card for the fight, maybe? In that regard, can you grab this? Hey, I didn't even know that was there. All right. Sorry, Soul of Isaac. You would have been good on a different timeline, but we're here now. Is all that matters. Okay. Pop this for the stat bonus, and then you go on down. Okay. You have honestly really good stats and really good utility for this fight. Sci-Fly and Holy Water being some of your best items you can have during the fight. As you can see right here, Holy Water is consistent damage that refreshes literally immediately, giving us even more damage. So, it is obviously, it freezes grounded enemies, but as you can see here, it's going to be doing more damage than we do to this fucking boss. Strength card gives us a 1.5 damage multiplier and an all stats up. Dim Bulb, all stats up. Sci-Fly, literally max defense. Wisps, more attacking power and defense as well. You really can't go wrong with this kind of run, can you? Go, Sci-Fly. Kill them for me. Hitless Mother time, boys. Painted Loss versus Mother. Who will win? Get some monstrance damage in there. Why not? Get that. Get that. And back down. And oh, you're dead in a couple hits here, right? Okay, now you're going to be dead for sure. All right. Well, it's been a fun run, guys. If you enjoyed my commentary and my playstyle here, give me that like and that sub for the algorithm. It helps me out more than you know. Aside from that, all of my socials are down below. Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. As well as my TikTok and my second channel. Check those all out. I have some fun stuff going on all those platforms, but if you don't want to, that's cool, man. It's all up to you in the end. But aside from that, guys, I mean, this is the end of the run right here. It's going to happen, like, you know, in the next 4 seconds, it looks like. Come on. Don't blue ball me now. Dude, you should be dead. Oh, there we go. But in the meantime, guys, I've been BD1P. Peace out, and goodbye.